Hey y'all. Uh, it is September 21st, 2021. Tomorrow we have a meeting with the head oncologist on Sean's team. They found some nodules on the nerve ganglia that comes off the bottom of the spinal cord, and they believe those are cancer, that it just reseeded down there. So we'll probably, we've already stopped radiation. He only got 2 treatments in. And they will probably start him back up on chemo. Surprisingly, he's doing really well. I wanted you to see the storm rolling in behind me. It's not much of a storm. Anyway, we'll turn this way, let you see the hospital. Anyway, he's doing really good in physical therapy and occupational therapy. He's almost back to where he was before the second surgery. But they'll probably do at least 2 chemotherapies to treat those new ones. They're tiny little nodules. They're at most 2 millimeters, but it's less than 2 millimeters is what I believe they said. It may be less than 1 millimeter. I have trouble remembering what they said. It's been a week. It takes them a long time. Well, it really hasn't been a week. It was Thursday that we got the call, I think. Wednesday or Thursday last week, and it's Tuesday today. We meet with the oncologist tomorrow, which will be Tuesday, which that's less than a week, really. But we really didn't have anything after Thursday until today. So Friday morning we packed the car and went home. And we stayed home for Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday, and we drove back Monday so we could be here for Tuesday morning's OT and PT. And it was good for Sean. It sucked for me because Mom's not doing good. She didn't know who anybody was, not just me and Sean. She didn't know who Dad was. She didn't know who Pam was. She didn't know who Carla was. I'm sure she didn't know who Brandon was. Hell, she didn't even know who the cats were. Her dementia's bad. This will very, very likely, like 90% sure, it'll be the last holiday season with Mom's physical body present. But Mom that I know is gone. She might have a moment of clarity once a week, maybe. While I was there, I had to physically help her completely dress. She would ask permission to eat. She would ask permission to go to the bathroom. What is going on with the hair? I promise it doesn't look this bad in person. Whatever. It's only hair. Speaking of which, Sean's got a lot of hair. He's getting hair in places he's never had before. He's actually got belly hair, which grosses him out, I have to say. As far as sensations and feeling and all that, it's the same. It really is. I mean, some days he can feel a spot, and then other days he doesn't feel that spot. It changes from day to day a little bit, but it does seem like it's a little more than it used to be. And the more he uses it in physical therapy and occupational therapy, the better it gets. But it's very, very slow going. We still hold out hope that he will walk, because we feel that that is what God wants. That's God's will, as is his survival of this cancer. We will beat the cancer. It's trying to be sneaky, but that's what it does. That's its nature, is to be sneaky and insidious. I keep hearing people, but I'm not seeing anybody. Oh, neighbor doing laundry. Two of my 4 buddies, well, 5 buddies, have gotten the release to go home up here. We're each other's support groups. Roger and his wife is terminal. She will never be off chemotherapy, which is really sad. She's a feisty woman. She's got to be to put up with Roger. Melinda's husband had a successful surgery. He'll be back in a couple of weeks for some scans, but all signs point to good to go. We're just going to go with that. Bernadette, sister of Margaret, she is on the last bits of her. She had a stem cell transplant for her, I believe, leukemia, and you have to stay in within 30 minutes of the hospital driving time for so many days, and they're on their last days. And then Teresa and her husband Jeff is down there. Jeff had the all clear to go home, but he had a strange bump come up on his temple, not inside the cranium, but on the kind of just under the skin. And they're checking that out. They're doing biopsies and running little tests and stuff. But they did notice that he needed an infusion of, I want to say, platelets. Anyway, he's here until they figure out what the heck's going on and they treat it. We're all just supporting each other, trying to make it through. We'll find out tomorrow what's going on with Sean, what the plan is, really. And radiation, we know, is going to take 6 weeks at the one site in the middle of his back. Chemo, his regular chemo was a 21-day cycle. You have it for however long it takes for them to get it into you, and then 21 days later you have it again. We'll see what they do this time, if it's going to be on the 21-day cycle again. That's going to put us here to Christmas, if you count the chemo, radiation, and that's just 2 chemos. If they could put him on a 14-day cycle. They could put him on a weekly cycle. There's all kinds of possibilities. We'll find out tomorrow. But I wanted to let everybody know what was going on. And this seemed to be the most efficient way. I posted an update, text update of basically the same thing on the GoFundMe, which again is Help Sean Dockins, SeanDockins, beat cancer, and then in parentheses, Ewing's sarcoma. It's easier for me to text than to do videos. Videos are harder because getting quiet moments and room on my phone. You know how that is. I see something I want to take a picture of, I take a picture. Well, that eats up memory. And who's got the money, really, to get more storage on their phone? Not this girl. We're busy trying to survive in Houston. But my father just bought me $300 worth of groceries. The place we have to stay, which we only have it to November 20th, is pretty much free. We had to put a $100 deposit down, and that's it. But after the 20th, we have to leave. We have to leave on the 20th. We have to find somewhere else to live. No, we cannot extend it. We have to leave and be gone for at least 3 months before they'll even consider letting us back in. And that's if they like us enough to let us back in. Which sucks. It really sucks. A hotel of moderate means, meaning about $120 a night, roughly. That's like $600 a week. That's insane. That's $2,200 a month, right? Am I doing that math right? $2,400 a month. Something. We could rent a luxury apartment for that. Maybe I should consider doing that. Luxury furnished apartment. Corporate housing. Don't want to do that. Honestly, really don't. Because, I mean, you still have to pay for utilities, I think. But in any case, I'm not even going to consider it. Because that's just nuts. I don't know what we're going to do. But you know, I have faith that God will provide. He will point us in the right direction. Something will happen that will make everything okay. Either a new place to stay or no need to stay, as is His will. That's the best I can hope for. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm still going to be busting my butt trying to find a solution on my own, as you're supposed to. But that doesn't mean that you don't have faith either. You have faith, but God gave you a brain. He expects you to use it. Don't dishonor Him by not doing that. That's what irritates me about the people with the whole fear of the plague thing. God will protect me. Well, yeah, God will protect you. But He did give you the sense to wash your hands, to wear your mask. Stay away from people. Don't do dumb things. You don't need to get the damn shot if you don't want the damn shot. That's your choice. But use your brain. Be safe. Anyway, I don't want to get in on that conversation. Certainly not on here.